Hey guys, welcome back to another week of SpiffdUp. Hello, my name is Eric Spiffy, and if you're new to my channel, what's up? Welcome to the family. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below in the description box for future videos, because you know you want to see a little bit more of me. I apologize if it sounds like I'm kind of like whispering almost. It is 6:30 in the morning and my roommates are still very much asleep in bed and I don't want to wake them up. So we're just going to be kind of keeping this down to a bare minimum of talking. But I really wanted to film this video this morning and have it up by tomorrow, which will be Friday. So basically, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing one side drugstore and the other side of my face full like high-end makeup, and I'm really excited because I will be working all day today, so I really want to see which one will hold up a little bit better. You know, sometimes high-end products don't hold up as well as drugstore products and vice versa. So as always, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, make sure to follow me on all of my social media links, which are going to be listed down below in the description box. And without further ado, let's go and get started with this half drugstore, half high-end full face makeup tutorial. Alright guys, so for moisturizer, I'm going to be taking the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This is one of my favorite all-time, like, just favorite moisturizer ever to use during day and night. For the drugstore side of my face, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Desert Beige. And I'm just going to be applying that all over on the left side of my face. But to you guys, it is the right side. I'm going to be taking the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. This is a number 15 Toasted Wheat. And I'm going to be applying that onto the right side of my face, aka the left side. And I'm going to be using the same brush, but I did use the other end of it to blend out this side of the foundation. For concealer on the drugstore side, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer. This is in shade Light. And I'm just going to be taking that underneath my eyes, around my forehead on the left side, and then on the chin area. And then for the high-end side, I'm taking the Sephora Gel Serum Concealer. This is a number 10 Eclair, and I'm just applying that onto the right side in the exact same areas, just on the opposite sides. For translucent powder, I'm taking the Coty Airspun Translucent Powder for the drugstore side, and I'm going to be setting the entire side of that face and then also baking underneath my eyes. And then for the high-end side, I'm taking the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder, and I'm just going to be doing the exact same method and technique on that side. For powder foundation, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild for the drugstore side. This is the Photo Focus. And then I'm going to be taking the Makeup Forever Multi-Purpose Powder in 163 Neutral Camel for the right side of my face. For the drugstore contouring, I'm going to be taking the NYX contouring palette. It has been well loved. And I'm going to be taking the first bronzer on the left side to contour my face. And then I realized I used the wrong side. So going on to the right side of, or the left side of my face, I'm going to be contouring my face. I'm next going to be taking the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Mellow Wine. And then for the highlighter, I'm taking the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Powder Highlighter in Precious Petals. And it's poppin'. For the high-end side, I'm taking the Hoola Bronzer from Benefit to contour that side of my face. And then taking the California Blush from that exact palette. And they do sell these individually, just letting you guys know, but I just like the convenience of this palette. And then for my highlighter on the drugstore side, I'm taking the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero highlighter in Kitty Cat, and it was literally, it looks phenomenal on the skin, and I forgot how much I loved it. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so for the drugstore mascara, I'm taking the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara, and I'm just applying 2 coats to the side of my eye. And then for the high-end, I'm taking the Benefit They Are Real Mascara, and applying that on the right side of my face. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. Of course I didn't put on a lip or eyeshadow just because, one, it's the morning and I don't feel like wearing eyeshadow this morning. But I did want to include mascara for you guys because mascara is always one of those things that you guys are always wondering about, which one's going to last longer, drugstore or high-end, so I had to throw that on for you guys. For the lips, I'm going to be eating and drinking throughout the entire day, so I just figured that's like a waste of like product and time for you guys just because, I mean, of course it's going to come off because I am going to be eating so much because it's going to be literally from 7:45 to 9:45 that I'll be working. So this side is going to be the drugstore side. We have all drugstore products on this side here, and then on this side we have all of the high-end products. And definitely, I mean, you can kind of tell a difference, and it's not just because of the highlight, but I definitely noticed just a difference in the product quality. Alright, so the time is now 7:15. I have work at 7:45. I'm gonna quickly eat some breakfast, and then of course I'm gonna take you guys with me along my entire day and just kind of keep checking in at certain time periods when I'm on my break, when I'm transitioning from each job. Alright, so stay tuned. That was such a YouTube thing. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm switching over to my iPhone camera just so I can continue this video. I guess in a way this is sort of going to be like a vlog because I'm going to be checking in with you guys throughout the entire day. But this is what the makeup look looks like in natural lighting. And as you can see, this is the good high quality side and it's pretty bomb. Sorry, the light just turned green. Hold on. So, I mean, honestly, like, there is a big difference, like, in the quality of the makeup. As you can tell, like, this is the high-end side, and I really like the way that it looks. I feel like I look crazy, but honestly, I'm pretty sure, like, all of my customers are gonna be like, you look, like, fine. They don't even look different. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Okay, but can we take a second, though, and have how beautiful, like, the city just looks right now? Alright, so I just showed up to job number 1. I was running a little late, but luckily I made it on time. So I'll check back up with you guys on my break time, just to see how this is holding up. Alright, so this is after break number 1. The makeup is still pretty much doing well. I don't know, do y'all see a difference at all? Alright, I'm gonna finish eating my breakfast, and then I will check back up with you guys whenever I get out of my first job. Ugh. Okay, so this is after job number 1. How are we liking the makeup? Actually, I really like the way that this side is looking. This is the drugstore side, and this is after like a nice like dewy like 5-hour shift. Like the highlighter finally like blended in, and then of course we got this side, which, girl, she's looking good. She's looking on good on this side. Let me turn on my car really quick. It's hot. It's hot in here. Of course I'm wearing a jacket, so before you even say anything, I know it's hot and I'm wearing a jacket. So let's take a closer look at the pores and the texture. I asked a few of my coworkers, and some of them were males, and I was like, can you tell a difference? And they were like, well, I mean, your texture on this side is a little bit more intense. I'm like, not the texture, not the texture. Can we drop the texture? I'm just talking about like the makeup. Like, does it look good? Men and their thoughts on makeup. This is a closer look on this side. This is the high-end side. I mean, honestly, okay, one, I do know I need to shave. I'm looking like a hot mess, but I'm still creasing. I'm actually creasing more on the high-end side, if you guys can see that, rather than this side. This is the under eye area. Mascara-wise, I noticed that the mascara was kind of transferring more up here on this side, and it's kind of fallen a little bit more on this side of the eye. Of course, it's fallen a little bit here, but not as bad. Alright, so this was the, okay, wait, what is up with my headband? She's all messed up right now. Alright, so this is the second check-in for the day. I start my second job in about 2 hours, so I'm going to quickly eat some lunch. I'm going to change it, and I will talk to you whenever I hit my break for that job. Alright, Heidi, so let me ask you this. Hold on, let's get in the better lighting. Over here, right here. This is my coworker, Heidi.
Hi.
I have one side drugstore and the other side high-end. And so I'm asking you, what side do you think looks drugstore and which side looks high-end?
Okay, both sides look very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And yes, I do have the Clinique foundation on today.
Okay, yes, because it looks nice and moisturized. Okay, I don't know. I like them both.
So,
just because of the pigmentation and the pigment, I would say this is the high-end.
Okay.
And this is the drugstore. And because of your face, I think I'm wrong.
Oh, no, you're actually right. This is the high-end side and this is the drugstore side. But I'm testing to see which one will last longer. You know, a lot of people want to wear like good quality makeup for the day, so that way it lasts all day. But sometimes it's the misconception that you can wear a drugstore.
That was the difference immediately that I noticed.
Yeah.
How much more noticeable this is, and it looks just applied.
Yeah. Thank you for your opinion, and yes. All right, guys. So it is currently 9:42 at night, and I am exhausted. It has been a full work day, and so this is the end result of the makeup, basically, of which side. This is obviously the high-end side, and this is the drugstore side, but I really want to zoom you guys in and just show you what it kind of just looks like up close. So quick second. Let me zoom you in. Oh girl, we're like extra zoomed in right now. So This is the high-end side right here with all of the contour. I'm not noticing much of a difference from both sides. Obviously the forehead contour, this side kind of just fell just a little bit. But as far as everything else, I mean, obviously like my mascara, like if I look really closely into the, like into my mirror, I can see how pretty much both have transferred to the lower parts of my eye. The bronzer on this side has gotten a little patchy, like I can see how this has fallen off just a little bit. This side has pretty much stayed pretty neutral as far as like the nose contour. As I look even closer, I can see on this side of the forehead where the foundation has pretty much just like broken up right here in this area, so you can kind of see like the separation of it. As far as the creasing, you can see still some of the creasing on here, but the foundation has just definitely held up a little bit more. You definitely can see how the foundation has just fallen into my pores just a little bit, and so everything just kind of looks a little like dehydrated and dry on this side of the face. And I also noticed that I need to really do my brows. I think overall though, the mascaras, both of them pretty much look the same as far as like throughout the entire day. I didn't touch up on both of the mascaras. This one did transfer just a little bit more like on the top part of my lash, and this one kind of just, you know, it's transferred pretty much the same amount, just on the upper lash line. It just didn't transfer as much. So obviously we have to keep in mind that I was working from 7:45 all the way to 9:15 at night. This is not a realistic schedule for some of you guys out there, but really the point of this whole entire video was to kind of show you that you can have an entire face of drugstore makeup all over your face and it's still gonna look pretty much the same as the high end. Sure, the pigmentation and the quality just isn't right there. Like, of course, like my highlighter is still popping, my contour is still very much like exposed, but on this side, like, it still doesn't even make a huge difference. But honestly, when I look at both of them, both in the viewfinder, I'm sort of just like, like, I don't really notice a huge difference. And if you wouldn't have known that I would have put half drugstore and half high-end, you probably wouldn't have noticed that either. So if you're one who is on a budget and you always feel like you need the high-end makeup just because you want your makeup to last all day, definitely it matters all about technique, and that is what I'm trying to help you guys here on my channel. Just the techniques on how to apply your makeup the best way, that way it lasts the entire day. I did not touch up my makeup once, I did not spray anything, I did not set anything on my face. The only thing that I added on was a lip gloss, which was later on whenever I started my Sephora job, just because I needed something on the lips a little bit because they were looking a little chapped. But besides that, everything else stayed completely the same all the way from 6:30 this morning till right now at 9:42 at night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this entire video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for following me throughout my entire day. I think it was a lot of fun. I definitely want to get a vlogging camera for future vlogs. It was a lot of fun just bringing my camera around and just kind of like talking with you guys throughout the entire day. Alright, so that is all I have for you this week. I'm sorry that I only uploaded one video this week, but I've just been extremely busy with work and school and sleep and resting and not having a social life, so I gotta get back to doing all of that. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week with an all new video. Love you. Bye.